750 Motor Club Birkitts 6-hour relay race returns to the home of Formula 1, the Silverstone GP Circuit, Northampton, UK. With a relay race dating back to 1951, hosting former drivers ranging from Graham Hill to Steve McQueen and Jim Clark to Chris Rea, this really is a historic event in the race calendar. Over 350 cars entered and 70 teams competing in different machinery on the grid, ranging from Radicals to Rovers, Porsches to Peugeots. Each team has to lap the circuit as many times as they can within the 6 hours, with only one of their cars running at any one time. As one car comes into the pit lane, the next can be dispatched out onto the circuit. The event is really two events in one. In addition to trying to win the outright scratch victory by recording the highest number of laps, there's also the more hotly contested handicap victory, in which, in theory, could be won by any one of the teams. Each team is credited with a certain number of credit laps, presumed to have been run before the race starts. The results are then calculated from the credit laps and the actual laps covered by each team in the 6 hours to see who has beaten the rest and the handicapper. In addition to overall scratch and handicap awards, there are a number of class prizes to ensure all the teams have a chance of silverware. The intention of the race is to have some end of season fun at a prestigious circuit. Atomic Racing, fielding a 4-strong team of MK Cup 200 cars, which are powered by the Suzuki Hayabusa engine built by RLM, make their debut in the relay this year. Drivers include Watson, Webb, Cutmore and Booth, and are certainly a team to be looking out for.
It's quickest, of course, but you might, without the speed differentials, attract one or two of the sort of slower types of car. Even the 750 Formula guys who enjoyed it for so long. Oh, somebody has...
Is that the Escort?
Yeah.
Might be. Indicates that it is going to pull into the pit lane at the end of this lap, and sort of 5 minutes into the race, the cars will get up to racing speed for the first time, and so it's the full length of the find the live timing page if you'd like to find that via the 750 Motor Club website, 750mc.co.uk, to see the full details of all the timing. We'll get handicap positions, I think, every half an hour, and we'll bring you up to date with those as and when they are. third season of racing in the 5 Club MX5 Championship, which Alan Robson coordinated.
I think it's Aaron Cook, isn't it? Because he's got that Janetta up to 4th, which I think started much further back. But with slower Toyotas.
Still into your session, that this would be a very good time to do it, because they've seen the damaged car at the side of the track.
Racer. But I think that that Boxster, Marcus, is going to have a lot of work to do over the winter.
Absolutely, they're tough things. The one that overtaking manoeuvres there, right up the outside on the curves.
The car behind them in 10th place is the one we're on board with, the Atomic Racing MK, the Cup 200 car. I spoke to Richard Webb at the start. I think it might be Matthew Booth looking at the helmet in the.
Looks like it.
This, but it's up
quick,
the inside.
it's quick, isn't it? And nimble too. But he hasn't got the job done quite yet.
Yeah, it's one of the Caterhams that trying to put a Marcus and down to one of the slowest corners on the track next.
Down the outside into the braking area, there were 3 abreast there, and you can see the Atomic Kitten, such as it is, has outbraked the other 7 type car.
She eventually gets ahead of. That was a good example, though, Marcus, of that loop section where you can take lots of different lines and they all have roughly the same speed, whichever line you take, whether it's tight in or fast out.
Behind the Porsche Boxster at Brooklands, tries to go on the outside. I think that's one of the Ashgood cars. Is it 24?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the Ashgood team, yeah.
Ashgood team from over near Heathrow. Independent Porsche specialist.
Slower than Elisa Seville did, who started.
Really?
So she's doing the 2:55.
So it's lapping within 2 or 3 tenths of the second place car's best lap, but the last time round a 2:31 for that team.
This is about a 7th position on scratch because Matthew Booth is caught and past Scott Parkin. So when we looked at them earlier, the gap was about 10 seconds. And Matthew Booth then has got himself up ahead of Scott Parkin. But Decap, of course.
One of the big things about Le Mans when it went into the diesel era.
Yeah, that's right. And now with the new era of Le Mans, no diesels involved, but lots of manufacturers, all balanced performance. They've all got basically the same lap time, so therefore it's flat out driving, all the different to an endurance club race like this. Although because you've got generally fairly short stints and lots of cars, I guess again you're pushing pretty hard all the time, but probably being a lot more respectful in traffic than you would be at Le Mans. So there is 32C, which indeed is Matthew Booth, up to
27th, that white car of Van Nederveen.
So you see there's first and second on screen, RSR and RJ, a full lap between them. So
yeah,
that pace advantage that the RSR team have got of just past the commentary books. Back on board with Matthew Booth, he's still in 6th position. And starter there, it's only them and Aaron Cook Racing that have stayed up in those 2 bulletins at an hour and an hour and a half. But it's interesting, we've got 2 116 trophy teams up there, which may, and then, of course that's going to be a team that should be quick all the way through. There'll be no variation between which car is out there because
it's absolutely superb, and with a design delivery.
so it's possibly cost them a chance of a victory, that. But yeah, James Lay finally into the pit lane, as you say. Miller squad who were high up on the handicap.
Just watching Ash Hicklin there charging along. Oh, was that a bit of a sideways moment for one?
Birkitt, they've twice won their class.
They're closing on dark side, and last time around the dark side car.
Part of the circuit, the safety car queue is approaching now, as we are 3 hours and 12 minutes into this race.
Battles with the Rockets, father and son. Is it Wayne and Johnny, wasn't it?
I think you might have
4.
Yeah, one of the boss team cars. Oh,
Went very quickly in it.
just saw the Rover 220 Tomcat of Andrew Burns, one of the old Tomcat Cup cars from the mid-1990s.
Yeah, it's one of those lives near us. It's in the front garden. When he's back down there.
Yeah, we understand there will be another change, but that's which he shares that team with Danny Grist and Bobby Lee.
Seventh, number 49, Mazda Misfits. 8th, number 36, Capital. 9th, number 48, Mazda Go. Just hearing from Josh Barrett that the reason that that's the reason why it's the 51, the
51C.
Yeah, so that is Gary Miller Hyundai Coupe. that's not too bad. A reasonably
That's in the top
well
quarter of
tuned
the field,
performance. Yeah.
Still to run to the end of the 6 hours duration. Here comes one of the MK Cups rocketing down into
minutes to go now, and there is Ash Hicklin in team 40. That's the car in third place at the moment. They're out of it as far as the win's concerned. They had okay. There is one of the Atomic Racing cars. I don't think so 16 RSR Motorsport, the winners, as we heard, on 148 laps, I think it will be when the official result is published. Second on 41, RJ with Daytona Motorsport. Third, number 40, RJ Motorsport. Winning their class in fourth overall, number 32. Great performance that from Atomic Racing, the B-Cups. That was Rich Webb, John Cutmore, Matthew Booth and Dave Watson. Fifth, number 27, after their early dramas, Dayton Motorsport. That's Alex Van